Paper beams. For today's task, you're going to need paper. It can be copy paper or notebook paper. It really shouldn't matter. You're going to need glue. You can use wood glue, you can use Elmer's glue, and if you get desperate, you could probably use the stick, the rub-on glue, although I'm not sure it would be as good. Or you could figure out how to make your own glue. Go on YouTube and I'm sure there's some ideas on there of how to make your own glue. You need scissors, and that's about it. So here's the procedure. Take the paper, fold it into thirds, and it just makes it easier to follow when cutting. So you fold the paper into thirds, and now you can follow the creases when you make your cuts. Pretty simple. And what's nice about doing it this way is the size of the paper you wind up with winds up being just long enough, here's one I did earlier, to be big enough to fit an egg inside of the structure you end up with. So once you have this, you're going to fold this in half and make this cut. Along the crease. All right, so then you're left with this section. So it's this section that you turn into a beam, a paper beam. And essentially what we're doing is we're rolling this into a cylinder. Now the easiest thing to do, I forgot my pencil. Let me grab my pencil. The easiest thing to do is to use a pencil initially to help you roll this evenly. And then it makes it easier to glue as well. So I roll that onto the pencil. I take the pencil out, and then I can unroll it. And you see how it kind of, the paper has memory, that's called. So it wants to curl up. So now I'm going to make this roll pretty tight. You want the roll to be as tight as you can. I believe, in my opinion, the tighter the roll, the stronger the beam will probably be. So try to do the best you can and roll that up. And once you roll it up, you're just going to put a little glue along this edge here. So I'm going to I poured some glue onto my paper. I'm going to use my finger. Won't hurt you. And you're going to put some glue on this. And that's about it. That should do the trick. You don't need a lot of glue. Just enough to cover the end of the paper. And then you're going to seal it up. So that's really what we're doing. We're making paper beams. They're cylinders. And we're going to use this as our building material to start building some sort of a structure, which would be big enough to put an egg in there and then put some weight on top. So you could alter the size a little bit. If you think this is too big, you might want to check out the size of the eggs in your refrigerator. And you're going to start experimenting with how we're going to fasten these things together, because there's limitations in that regard. Whether we do it like this, or we brainstorm some other ideas. So this is a beginning stage. I would make a bunch of these. You're allowed to have 42 inches of length of material. So if I start making these, I put them all together. If these are about 3 inches long, 3 times 12 is 48. So I can't use, no, 3 times 12 is 36. So I could probably, well, let's see, let's do the math. 42 divided by 3 would be what? 3 times 15 is 45. So maybe 14. So I could have 14 of these if they were 3 inches long. So I think that's about it for today. Again, this is experimenting and building at the same time. So if you make mistakes, who cares? No big deal. It's just some paper and you try again. Okay? So good luck, and we'll continue with the egg structure. Bye for now.